Hello students, welcome to Ask Prep. So today we are going to start about the elimination of the waste material inside our body. The excretory products and how do they get eliminated from the body. We are going to talk about it. So let's get started. So first of all, about the introduction, about what is the excretion. So excretion is a biological process through which the organism remove metabolic wastes and the toxic substances from their body to maintain internal stability and homeostasis. Now we know the waste gets generated inside our body due to the various metabolic activity, due to the digestion, the respiration, and so on. So this has to be removed from the body so that the normal functioning can be carried on. So now what is the importance of this? First of all, it prevents the accumulation of harmful substances like ammonia, carbon dioxide, and urea. Since we know that these products, they are harmful for our body, if they get accumulated, then they will definitely cause some damage inside the body. So that is why they need to be removed out. It also helps to regulate osmotic balance, pH level, and overall chemical composition of the body fluids. So we have talked about the various types of body fluids in our body in the previous chapter, in the chapter of circulation. We know that their normal functioning depends on their composition, their pH level also. So now for the normal functioning also of the body, the harmful chemicals and the harmful gases and the excretory products need to be removed out of the body so that the fluids gets there, their balance is maintained, right? What are the various organs by which these gets removed out of the body, the excretory organs? First and foremost is a kidney. Kidney plays a vital role in our body to remove the nitrogenous waste and maintain the water and salt level balances, right? Talking about the lungs, we have discussed this in the previous chapter of respiration, that expelling of carbon dioxide is played by these the lungs, which from where the respiration takes place. Skin also helps in elimination as during the sweat, right? So with the help of the sweat, the skin eliminates the harmful chemicals. And of course the liver, that detoxifies the harmful substances and aids in the excretion of bile pigments. Bile pigments, we know they get generated inside our body and helps in the regulation in many ways, right? So this is done by the liver. Talking about the various excretory products, अब कौन-कौन से ऐसे products हैं that do get generated inside our body and that need to be removed. So first of all, talking about the nitrogenous waste. So these are primarily the byproducts of the protein metabolism. अब हमने पढ़ा in the various stages, protein is very, very essential in our body, right? In the formation, in the blood also, when the blood was taken in, when it was moving out, or in the lymph also, protein plays an important role. So jitne bhi nitrogenous waste hai, they need to get eliminated out because they are the byproducts that get generated during the protein metabolism. So first of all, talking about the ammonia, it is highly toxic in nature and requires large amount of water for excretion. Found in ammonotelic organisms such as fish and amphibian. So these fish and amphibian, since they are amphibians are also present in the water most of the time, and fishes, as we all know, they are the aquatic animals only. So this is the highly toxic, but they need a lot of water to get flushed out, right? So which is done in categorically these aquatic related animals. Now urea, which is less toxic and is soluble in water and excreted by the ureotelic organisms such as human and some of the amphibians. Formed in liver through the urea cycle. This is formed within the liver and through the urea cycle. Now uric acid is also the least toxic and is excreted as a paste or the solid, right? यूरिकोटेलिक कहते हैं उन organisms को जो uric acid release करते हैं, right? We are ureotelic, and when we talk about the ammonotelic, then fishes and amphibian fall in this category. Other wastes are carbon dioxide, as we have discussed earlier also, that is to be expelled out from the lungs during the respiration. Water and salt, that eliminates through the sweat glands during the extremely hot conditions, we sweat a lot. So that means the removal of the waste in the form of water and the salt gets done by the sweat. Now, bile pigments derived from the breakdown of hemoglobin and excreted by the liver, right? Creatinine is another waste that is produced by the muscle metabolism, excreted by the kidney. So these are the various types of wastes that get generated inside the body, and how do we get rid of them? We are going to talk about it now in this human excretory system. So first of all, the main components, the major system is the excretory system, so which plays a vital role in removal of this waste, and the main components of that are the kidney, ureter, urinary bladder and urethra. We've been studying this from the junior classes also, that kidney are the two bean-like structure which are present in the lower abdomen area, right? It is covered, it is protected by the rib cage from the back side, right? So the rib cage also protects it, so that there is an hard skeletal bones around it, so that it remains safe, since they are the soft organs inside. So two bean-shaped structures, like here we can see it, right and the left kidneys, and they are located in the abdominal cavity. Primarily excretory, these are the primary excretory organs responsible for filtration of blood and producing the urine. जब filter किया blood को, तो इसने जितना harmful these waste था, इसको mix किया water के साथ, that eventually turns out to be the urine. Right? Ureters are these two narrow tubes that carry this, जो उसको लेके जाता है, that carries the urine and then eventually get collected inside the urinary bladder, which is right over here, which gets stored, and then when it fills full, then we feel the intention to go and release it, right, to empty the bladder, so which is done by the help of the urethra. Right, so the urethra is a tube-like structure that is carrying the urine from the bladder to outside the body during the urination. Right, so this is happens, and like in case when we studied the lungs, we talked about that wherever the term pulmonary comes, it is related to the lungs. Now in this chapter, wherever the term renal comes, so that means we are talking about the kidneys. Right. Coming on to the structure of the kidney, हर एक किडनी का स्ट्रक्चर कैसा होता है, उसके अंदर क्या क्या प्रेजेंट होता है, how does it help in the filtering of the blood and then eventually creating the urine and getting rid of that. So let's talk about this first. The structure of the kidney, it is divided into outer cortex and inner medulla. So ये जो बाहर है, the outer one right over here, this is the cortex, and we are talking about the inner side, that is the medulla. Right, the functional unit of this kidney is the nephron. वो सेल जो सिंगल इसके अंदर, जो multiple in millions it is present inside each kidney, that happens, the proper filtration जो है, it happens in the nephron. So nephron carries out the filtration and urine production. The main job is done by the nephron. ठीक है, इसके अंदर इतना area के अंदर, the picture that we are seeing over here, it carries the million of nephrons inside where the action takes place. Okay, now the internal structure about the renal cortex contain the glomeruli and the Bowman's capsule, which is present over here in the cortex region. We will talk about the Bowman capsule and all. And renal medulla contains the loop of Henle and the collecting ducts. Internal structure contains the renal cortex, which contains the glomeruli and the Bowman's capsule, and the renal medulla, which contains the loop of Henle and the conducting ducts. Right? We will talk about it in a while. Now about the renal pelvis that collects the urine from nephron and channelize it to the ureter. We know that after kidneys, it moves on to the ureter, the big pipes that carry it from the kidney to the urinary bladder. Ab renal pelvis में क्या है? It collects it and then eventually takes it via the ureter. Right? So this is all about the structure of the kidney. Remember these two here, the renal artery and renal vein. Right? So renal artery, as we have done in the previous chapter, ये blood से, ये heart से निकला है, carrying the oxygenated blood, and it is moving in the kidney, supplying it the blood, right? Whereas the renal vein is moving out, since that is why it is shown in the blue color. So उसका मतलब ये है कि ये deoxygenated blood लेके यहाँ से वापस जा रहा है, right? So that is why the arteries and the veins here again we have discussed it about these in the previous chapter. Moving on to the structure of nephron, we have just talked about कि millions of nephrons are present inside each kidney. अब ये nephron का first of all the structure, फिर then we'll talk about the mechanism. Now just look at the diagram over here. Component of nephron. So first of all the Bowman capsule, this one right over here, this cup-shaped structure right over here. It is filled with the capillaries. इसके अंदर blood supply होता है बहुत ज़्यादा, and the capillaries are here. We discussed in the previous chapter कि capillaries क्या होती हैं, छोटी हैं, minute हैं, and they help in the diffusion easily, right? So that is why this area contains the capillaries, so that यहाँ पे exchange easily हो जाए, right? So this is the Bowman's capsule. It is a cup-like structure encasing the glomerulus. Collect filtrate from the blood during the ultrafiltration. So यहाँ पर क्या होता है, filtration का process होना शुरू हो जाता है, ठीक है? यहाँ renal artery में से supply हो रही है, then there are the capillaries over here, and then this is the Bowman's capsule, right? Moving on to the glomerulus, it is the network of capillaries where blood filtration occurs over here. This ये जो इसके अंदर है, outside the cup shape is the Bowman's capsule. उसके अंदर जो हमें network दिख रहा है, that is the glomerulus, right? फिर अब आते हैं हम tubular system में, जो tubes हैं उसके बाद. Once the filtration is done, then it moves on to the proximal collecting tubule or PCT as we call it. This waves, this thicker tube which is like this, it is the PCT. यहाँ से filtration हुई, ultrafiltration हुई, then it moves on to the PCT. PCT में क्या होता है, reabsorption. कुछ अगर रह गया, then the reabsorption work is done over here of water, glucose, amino acids and ions into the blood. ठीक है, यहाँ पर reabsorption का काम होता है. This long tubes over here, this is called the loop of Henle, right? इसके दो सेगमेंट्स हैं. वन इज दिस डिसेंडिंग मतलब नीचे आ रहा है, जो पाइप वहां से पीसीटी से नीचे आ रही है, दैट इज द डिसेंडिंग लिम्ब. जो कर्व करके फिर ऊपर राइज कर रही है, दैट इज द असेंडिंग लिम्ब, राइट? एंड इट इज टेकिंग दिस टू द डिस्टिल्ड कॉन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल, डीसीटी. ठीक है, ये पीसीटी है, प्रॉक्सिमल कॉन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल. This comes down with the loop of Henle, then it connects with the loop of Henle, the descending link, and when it is rising above, it is the ascending link, and then comes the distilled convoluted tubule, that is the DCT. PCT का क्या काम था? Reabsorption of water, the glucose, the ions, the amino acids. और DCT का क्या काम है? It gets involved in the ion exchange and the pH regulation. अगर कुछ pH में differences है या कुछ है, so that is done by the DCT, right? फिर eventually this leads out to the collecting duct. ठीक है, that is a big pipe जहाँ से collection शुरू होता है. It is the collecting duct and it collects the urine from multiple nephrons. We can see there are multiple entries point over here. अगर ये इससे है, so there must be one more, there must be one more, and so on and on and on, right? So the multiple nephrons then eventually come to join to the collecting duct. So यहाँ से भी लिया, then it starts collecting the nephrons, right? Then it starts collecting from the multiple nephrons and adjust water balance before transferring it to the renal pelvis. So उसमें water balance को maintain किया जाता है and eventually when it reaches to the renal pelvis, हमने renal pelvis पढ़ा है, वो किस लिए होता है? The ultimate area from where it leads to the ureters, those two tubes, right? I hope this much is clear. Let's just have a look at this once again. So this cup shape is the Bowman's capsule. उसके अंदर glomerulus है, जहाँ पे renal artery आती है, blood लेकर आती है, and there are multiple capillaries over here which help in the exchange and the removal of the waste from that, right? This from here, यहाँ पे ultrafiltration हो गई, filter हुआ, filter के बाद it leads to the PCT. कुछ बचा तो that gets reabsorbed in the PCT, and this reabsorbed will move on via the descending limb of loop of Henle, and eventually the ascending limb, it goes to the DCT. DCT के अंदर क्या होगा? DCT के अंदर आयंस का मैनेज किया जाएगा एंड pH को रेगुलेट किया जाएगा, राइट? उसके बाद अल्टीमेटली इट लीड्स टू द कलेक्टिंग डक्ट. Collecting duct is the duct that connects to the multiple nephrons and start collecting from that, and ultimately takes the urine to the renal pelvis, right? I hope the structure is clear to you. Moving on to the basic mechanism, though we have spoken about it, so let's just have a look at this as well. Glomerulus filtration में क्या होता है? Blood enters the glomerulus under a high pressure. क्यों हाई प्रेशर? बिकॉज आर्टरीज लेकर आ रही हैं, दे आर कैरिंग द हायर प्रेशर, ठीक है. प्लाज्मा, वाटर, आयन, ग्लूकोज एंड यूरिया आर फिल्टर्ड इनटू द बाउमेंस कैप्सूल फॉर्मिंग फिल्ट्रेट. यहाँ पर इन सब की फिल्ट्रेशन हुई और एक फिल्ट्रेट बना दिया गया, राइट. ट्यूब्यूलर रीअब्जॉर्प्शन का काम कहाँ शुरू हुआ? इन द पीसीटी. सिलेक्टिव रीअब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ एसेंशियल सब्सटेंसेस लाइक ग्लूकोज, अमाइनो एसिड्स अकर इन द पीसीटी. About 90% of the filtrate is reabsorbed back into the blood, ठीक है, क्योंकि essential amino acids and glucose should not get out of the body, right? So majority of it gets reabsorbed and eventually goes back to the same process again. उसके बाद आता है tubular secretion, जहाँ पे additional waste products जो कि हाइड्रोजन आयन, पोटेशियम आयन एंड ड्रग्स आर secreted into the tubular fluid, जिससे कि pH मेंटेन होता है और जिससे कि ion exchange होता है, right? When we are talking about the hydrogen and the potassium ion, we know that we are talking about the ion exchange mechanism, right? Now the concentration of urine, the loop of Henle and the collecting duct concentrate the urine by reabsorbing water based on the body's hydration status, ठीक है. अगर तो बॉडी में पानी कम है तो reabsorption ज़्यादा होगा, अगर बॉडी में पानी sufficient है then it will respond accordingly, right? So this is about the mechanism, about the structure of the kidney, about the structure of nephron, and about the mechanism of urine formation. Coming on to the rest of the excretory organs हमारी बॉडी में जो हैं. First of all, talking about the lungs, they excrete carbon dioxide and water vapors as a byproduct of the cellular respiration, right? Liver की बात करें तो it converts toxic ammonia into urea through the urea cycle. Urea cycle goes on inside the liver, जिससे ammonia gets converted into the urea. Excretes bile pigments such as bilirubin and biliverdin. They are the two bile pigments which are secreted by the liver, which are derived from hemoglobin breakdown, ठीक है. फिर उसके बाद skin, we have spoken about it कि excretion of sweat containing water, salt and small amount of urea to regulate body temperature and removal of the waste. Large intestine में भी excretion का काम होता है. It expels out the undigested food and other waste material through the feces, ठीक है. So this happens in the various parts of our body, and this is all about the excretory system. I hope the concept is clear to you, the various structures and the mechanism are clear to you. So see you in the next class. Thank you.